What is going on, comic book fans? Welcome back to the channel, and guys, welcome back, yes, to another Wednesday pull list, which is your hype video for New Comic Day, which is this Wednesday, which is June 5th of 2024, our first New Comic Day in the month of June, which is crazy. We're already almost halfway through the year of 2024. The years literally go by faster and faster the older you get. Why can't they slow down? I remember when I was a kid, a year took forever. I was like, oh my God, I have to wait a year for another Christmas. But guys, when you get older, it's like gone in an instant. So we gotta enjoy it while we can. And guys, I'm gonna get you pumped and excited for the books that are on my pull list this week. I can't forget about that. I can't forget about what this video is all about. We're gonna go over my cover letter picks. There is a book on the chopping block this week. Then we don't have. That's right, we do not have a top 3 books this week. After reading all the books this week, I was like, oh, these are all okay. These are like good reads. I enjoyed reading them, but I wasn't like over the top excited about them. And that's what the top 3 is all about. I'm like, oh my God, you guys have to read these books. All the books this week were good, but I wasn't over the moon excited about them. So this week, to keep the video a little bit shorter, because I know next week is gonna be a doozy. It's so big. It's my biggest pull list ever. And that video is going to be a little bit longer. Let's go ahead and keep this video a little bit shorter. So let's not waste any more time. Let's go ahead and dive into this week's video with checking out my pull list. As you guys can see, like I said, I've been having pull lists that go to like this side of the monitor, and this one, it's a little teeny tiny pull list. It's like one of my smallest pull lists in a very long time, but you guys still cannot see what books those are. So let me go ahead and throw them up on screen right now. Guys, there are a total of 13 books on my pull list out of a total of 109 comic books that are available to comic book stores to pick up and sell to you guys. Only 13. That's almost like 1/10 of the list, and I usually have about 1/4, which is it's absolutely crazy. So if we break down my list a little bit more, we have 3 new #1s on my pull list, 5 DC books, 2 Marvel books, and 6 indie titles. Now, I did read all the previous issues to the books you see on screen right now, but like I mentioned earlier, there is not going to be any top 3 in today's video. But guys, like I did say, we do have one book on the chopping block, so let's go ahead and find out what book is on the chopping block. If you guys watch this video series every single week, you will know that there hasn't been a book on the chopping block for weeks. For weeks, maybe even months. I've really enjoyed all the books that I've been collecting as of late. But guys, after reading Space Ghost issue #1 today, I can honestly tell you I did not enjoy that book. And I do not want to collect any more issues of this book because I need to A, cut back on my pull list. It's already too big. I'm collecting too many books. If you guys could see my previous order cart for June, it's insane. It's already at $364 already. So cutting back a single book will help me get my list down to $300 because that's what I want my previous order to be, right around $300. But I'm almost over by $60 already. But what is the reason? Why did I not like Space Ghost issue #1? I can tell you that the artwork was not very good. Opening it up, I was like hoping to see like something that would pull me into the story, and it would just, I don't know, it wasn't my style of artwork. I'll put some images up on screen right now so you can see what I'm talking about. It just wasn't a style of artwork that I enjoy. But then there was also the story. The story was just lackluster to me. The dialogue wasn't very good. The overall story was kind of lame in my opinion. I honestly felt like I was watching a show from like the 1960s, not a show from 2024. I know we're reading a book here, but a comic book is a very visual medium and it needs to feel like it fits in this generation, and this just didn't. This book was obviously not written for me. But as you guys know, I also pre-order my books, so I am picking up the next 2 issues, and since I'm picking them up, I might as well read those issues, and if the book does get better, you might see this book back on the pull list. But as of right now, currently, this book has been chopped from my pull list. Alright guys, let's go ahead and move over to the next section, which are my cover letter picks for this week's New Comic Day, and just in case you forgot, that is June 5th of 2024. Alright guys, with this being an overall smaller week for me, there aren't that many covers on the cover lover list this week, but there are 6 covers that I really like that I personally would pick up for just the cover art alone. So let's go ahead and cover these covers. And the first one up is Venom issue number 34, the 1:25 ratio variant done by Mahmoud Assar. This cover art is so good. It's like one of my favorite Venom covers that I've seen in a long time. Mahmoud Assar is such a fantastic artist, and if you guys watch this video series enough, you will know he's an artist that I put on the channel a lot because I just think his artwork is so freaking good. Alright guys, next up is Poison Ivy issue number 23, the cover B variant done by Chris Bacalo or Pachalo. I don't know how to pronounce the name correctly, like all the names on this show, but guys, this artwork is so good. So good. Poison Ivy looks amazing. I love that it's a skull cover. It's almost like a skeleton cover, but you have the life in there from the green. So good. Alright guys, next up is a new number 1, and it's the B cover for that new number 1. It is Scarlet issue number 1, the cover B done by Joel Jones. This is my favorite cover for this new series. It is so good. Joel Jones is such a great artist, and this cover is fan-freaking-tastic. Alright guys, next up is Blood Hunters issue number 1 with the cover A done by Greg Land. I love the way Elsa Bloodstone looks in this. I'm a huge fan of hers, and she looks so fantastic. You got the female Hawkeye. I always forget her name. I always forget it. And the Hulk in there. It's just a fantastic trio of characters, and Elsa looks freaking incredible. Greg Land, you crushed this cover. All right, guys. Next up is probably my favorite cover of this week. It is Ghost Rider Final Vengeance issue number 4 with the variant cover done by Alexander Lozano. Alexander Lozano is a fantastic artist, and this is so good. I wish it was a virgin. I wish it was a virgin out there, because I would definitely try to pick that up, because that is so good. Now this next cover up is also really freaking good, and there are so many different versions of it. I'm talking about Vampirella Dark Reflections issue number 1 with the cover A, the I Virgin Metal, the J Limited Version, the N, which is the 1 in 10 foil with the trade dress, and the cover P, which is the 1 in 20 Virgin foil. Now, I already pre-ordered myself one of the Virgins. I honestly don't know which one it was from 616 Comics. I want to guess it's probably the I, no, not the I, the J, which is the Limited Virgin. It is just so good. Oh, and this cover art is obviously done by Jenny Frison. This cover is just so good. I do prefer the Virgins over the trade dress because you can see the little symbol for Vampirella on her costume. It is so good, and this is just fantastic. Fan-freaking-tastic. And those are all my cover lover picks for this week, guys. If there is a cover that I did not put on this list that you really like, make sure you guys are letting me know down in the comments below so I can check out your favorite covers as well. Alright guys, let's go ahead and move over to the next section, which are the new number 1s that I think you guys have to be excited about. Before we check out these new number 1s, guys, I just gotta ask you a quick favor. Can you smash that like button for me? It really helps out the channel so much, especially this video series getting out to more people. And I just wanted to get people pumped and excited for comic books. So if you guys can do me a favor, smash that like button and let's go ahead and check out these new number 1s. Alright guys, there are 3 new number 1s on my pull list, which is almost like 1/5 of my pull list this week, it's just crazy that my pull list is so small. It's normally just so much bigger. But guys, these 3 new number 1s are the books that I'm most excited to get my hands on. That's right, the new number 1s. They're so exciting. So let's go ahead and dive into these 3 books. And the first one up that I'm really excited about is the Ultimates issue number 1. Now this book is coming from a writer that I do not know. His name is Dennis Camp, and there's art by Juan Fiergi, which he's a pretty decent artist. But the main reason why I'm excited for this book is that this is continuing the Ultimate Universe. And if you're not reading the Ultimate Universe right now, you have to be reading the Ultimate Universe. It is so good. Ultimate Spider-Man is great. Ultimate Black Panther is great, and Ultimate X-Men is okay. I know some people are liking it, some people are not. I'm like right in the middle. It's okay right now. But guys, the lineup on this team is so good. We get Iron Lad, Captain America, Doom, Thor, and Sif are all teamed up. And their whole job in this book is going out to find other heroes and either give them their power backs or remind them who they are. And I'm pumped and excited for that. I'm excited for this universe to expand with more heroes, and I can't wait to see how these heroes are just a little bit bit different. Now, there are some okay variant covers for this. I think Marvel really missed a chance to put some really banging covers together for a big book. But guys, there is a cover by Ryan Stegman, which also has a 1 in 50 or 1 in 100 Virgin variant for it. There's a Brian Hitch one. There are some other ones. There is a JTC negative space. There is an In-Hawk Lee cover. But overall, I kind of just like the cover A. It's done by Dike Ruan, and Dike Ruan is such a fantastic artist. All right, guys, the next new #1 that I'm really excited about is Scarlet issue #1. Now, this is coming from the fantastic writer of Kelly Thompson and has art by Marco Fieri. G.I. Joe, Energon universe. It's been so good so far. Kelly Thompson is such a fantastic writer. I don't even need to read the synopsis to you guys. You guys should be reading all of the Energon books. They've been really good. Duke was fantastic. Cobra Commander was great. And yet, we're just continuing. We got Destro coming up next, and then Scarlet. This universe is continuing to grow. And every step that we're taking deeper into this universe, it's just getting better and better. So guys, there are some okay variant covers for this one. My favorite is that cover B, which is done by Joel Jones. There's also some variant covers that they have not released the covers for yet because they are spoiler variants. So yeah, I will go after the cover B so far. The cover A is pretty decent as well. But guys, Scarlet #1 is definitely a book you should consider picking up this week. Now, the final book that I want to talk to you guys about that is a new #1 is a book that Stephanie and I have been waiting 4 years for. 4 years. And that is Precious Metal issue #1. Now, this is coming from the writer of Darcy Van Polges and art by Ian Bertram. This is a new miniseries, but it's a prequel miniseries to the fantastic title that was Little Bird. If you didn't read Little Bird, I've said it so many times on this channel, you have to read Little Bird. To me, that is like one of the best stories written in like the last 10 years. It is so good. So good. It's Stephanie's favorite book. It's one of my favorite books of all time. It is such a well-told book. The artwork is fantastic. It is just amazing. Now, the creative team that wrote Little Bird, they're doing this prequel series. I actually got a preview copy to this book, and I did read it. Stephanie read it as well. She really liked it. She was already back into the world of Little Bird. She's going to go back and reread Little Bird. I need to do the same exact thing because reading this, I felt a little lost because, you know, I have the knowledge of Little Bird in my head, but I haven't read it in 4 years. And we're following one of the characters that was introduced in Little Bird just when he was younger. And I want to have all my memories from Little Bird so that way I can enjoy this book just a little bit more. But if you're a new reader to this universe, it's a post-apocalyptic universe that is just crazy. It's so insane. The artwork by Ian Bertram is incredible, but this is the one book I am going to read the synopsis for you guys. 35 years before the events of Little Bird, and that's right, they're going 35 years in the past, disillusioned mod tracker Max Weaver's routine hunt for a modified child takes a grisly and unexpected turn. Now saddled with the unpredictable mod who may be the key to unlocking his missing memories, Max will soon find that he isn't the only one interested in this child's unique abilities. And if he wants to know more, it's going to cost him everything. Yeah, this book is most likely going to get better and better with every single issue. Issue #1 was a really solid read. It just didn't blow my socks off, but Stephanie was really excited after reading it. But guys, those are the 3 new #1s that are on my pull list this week. They are all fantastic. I am most excited for these 3 books. But guys, there are so many other books on my pull list. There are 10 more. So let's go ahead and dive right in to the not top 3, but the books you gotta see. All right, guys, we have 10 books to cover this week. Every single one of these books was a pretty good read. They just weren't fantastic. That's why I'm not having a top 3 list this week, because none of these books blew my socks off. But there is one book that I could have had a top 1, and that book would have been Batman issue #148. I read issue #147, I believe, on Friday. And guys, this was probably one of the best issues of Batman in like the last 2 months, maybe even 3 months. The big thing about this book is that it feels like Batman again, or I should say Bruce Wayne feels like Batman again, because for a while his body was being driven by a second personality that he created for himself called Zur-In-Ra. I want to say that's how it's pronounced. And yeah, I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all, because Bruce Wayne you know, he's grouchy, he's grumpy, he doesn't love to involve everyone else in his life. He likes to do things solo, but he knows when he needs help. He knows when he needs to ask for that help, and he just hasn't. He's been pushing people away for like, it felt like forever. But in issue number 147, he realized, he admitted to himself, he's like, I gotta bring my family in, and I need them to help me bring down this alternate version of myself that's now in failsafe, and he's wreaking havoc. And yeah, it's gonna be really, really good. I'm really excited for issue number 148 because Batman's gonna go ahead and fight this fail-safe version of himself, and yeah, and hopefully it's going to be really, really good. Now guys, next up is Birds of Prey issue number 10. This book continues to get a little bit better and a little bit better. It had a little weak spot around like issues like 4 and 5, and then it started to get better and better, and issue number 9 was really great. I really enjoyed it. It was a little kooky and a little corny, but I still really enjoyed it. The artwork is not the greatest, but I still enjoyed the overall story, and Kelly Thompson's like writing of all the characters is fantastic. I love the way she writes Big Barda. All right, guys, next up is The Boy Wonder, issue number 2. Now, I gotta be honest with you guys, I didn't love the first issue of this book. This is a Black Label book, so I thought it was gonna be a little bit more hardcore, and this was definitely kind of like a kid's book almost. It wasn't like strictly kids, but it was definitely, it seems like it was targeted more towards a younger audience than, you know, me, which is the demographic would be like a 40-year-old man. But it was still good. I like the idea of Damian getting his own story, and this one was okay. The artwork was okay. So this was an okay book. I'm excited to see where it's going to go. But overall, the first issue was kind of lackluster in my opinion. Did you guys read this book? Do you feel the same way? Guys, let me know down in the comments below. All right, guys, next up is Ghost Rider Final Vengeance, issue number 4. Issue number 3 was definitely the best issue so far. It was really good. We got a little bit with Johnny Blaze, and we got a little bit with the Hood. The Hood is doing some crazy things over in Chicago. He's taking over the underground, like, you know, all the bad guys. It was pretty good. I liked it. I liked it a lot. And that variant cover by Alexander Lasagna for this issue right here is so good. All right, guys, next up is Gunslinger Spawn, issue number 32. This whole world of Spawn is like really surprising me because I'm finally reading all the issues, all the series, and they all mesh together perfectly. This is how a united universe should work. When you read one book, and it should be slightly connected to the others, and they should all be following the same timeline, and that's what this is. I think that's the part I'm enjoying most about all these books, is that they're following a singular timeline, and they're all moving at the same pace. And so as you read one, you're getting little snippets of stories that are attaching to the others that make sense, that are helping those other stories move along. So good. And Gunslingers is really good. All right, guys, next up is Kaya, issue number 19, done by Wes Craig, doing the art, doing the writing. This story is so good. Issue number 18, there was a big moment at the very end. I'm not going to be able to give you guys all the information you need to really enjoy the ending of that issue, but it was dramatic, it was climactic, and it was great. It was really, really great. All right, guys, next up is Poison Ivy, issue number 23. Again, another series that is just super solid. I didn't love issue number 22, but I didn't hate it either. The story is moving along in a positive way. I really like where it's going. It just, I don't know, the story seems like it was kind of repeating itself a little bit. She's fighting a villain that she fought earlier, and it didn't have a really good resolution to that fight, but overall, the story is fantastic, and I love Jan from HR, or Jen from HR. She is a fantastic character, and I love that G. Willow Wilson is continuing to use her throughout this series. All right, guys, next up is The Scorched, issue number 30, and again, this has been a fantastic read. I've read 3 issues so far, so that's like 28, 29, and 30. Every single one of them, good, solid reads. I would highly suggest you guys dive in and check them out because it's been a lot of fun over the last 3 months of me reading these books. All right, guys, after that is Shazam, issue number 12. This is the final book on the not top 3, but the books you gotta see. I will continue to say this. This is a little bit of a cheesy book. It's a little corny. It's definitely meant for a younger audience, but I'm really enjoying it. Just like I'm enjoying Spider-Boy. It's written for a younger audience, but I'm really enjoying it, and I'm really enjoying Shazam. Definitely enjoying Shazam a lot more than I am Spider-Boy because I just think the character of Shazam is awesome, and I love his family, and I love the drama that his family brings. I think it's really funny, and yeah, this is just a good book with some great covers, and that's how we're going to end the not top 3, but the books you're going to see, and that's going to do it for today's video, guys. So let's go ahead and wrap this video up. Alright guys, we are at the end of today's video, and I feel like this week was kind of lackluster. What are you guys thinking? Are you really excited for any of the books that are on your pull list? Like, really excited to get your hands on that are not a new #1, a continuing series? I would love to hear from you guys down in the comments below. This is also the second week we're not having a giveaway, so I apologize for that, but we are going to pick that up in two more weeks, or 2 or 3 more weeks. I'm going to pick it up at some point once I get caught up. I did order giveaway books for the last 4 weeks, so I will get giveaways out once I get those in the mail. I know Midtown Comics have not shipped them out because that's where I ordered all the books from. They were having a great sale over the weekend, so I picked up a bunch of good books. So yeah, those will be going out soon. Once I get the books in hands, I'll try to get them out as quickly as possible. And yeah, that's gonna do it. So guys, if you have been watching from the beginning of the video to this point right here in the video, I just gotta tell you, you guys are legends. Now, last but not least, guys, if you guys watch that video and you guys enjoy comic book content, but you guys are not subscribed, I just gotta say, get yourself subscribed, hit that bell for notifications, and smash that like button. Alright guys, that's going to do it for today's video. Hope you guys have a fantastic new comic book day, and I'll catch you guys on Wednesday with the last product highlight video that I'm going to have at least for a few months, but it's going to be a banger. I got some really great bags and boards to show off to you guys. Alright guys, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.